Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pam Barnhart from the Board's Communication and Outreach Office, and thank you for joining today's Q&A session on the Board's Business Information System, or BIS, project. Some of you may already be familiar with the flow of our webinars, but for those of you who are new, we have just a few details to cover before we get started. We'll be using chat to receive your questions today, so please keep your phone lines muted throughout the webinar. You can enter your questions throughout the presentation in the chat box located on the right-hand side of your screen. Use the drop-down to send your questions to the host. You can also hover over the WebEx tab at the top of your screen and click on Chat. I just sent a message out using chat just a few moments ago so you can see where this is located. We will answer as many of your questions as we can, but if you have questions we don't get to today or think of something after the session ends, we'll be providing you with resources at the end of the presentation. So let's go ahead and get started. Today, we'll start by providing a very brief overview of the BIS project. Then, we'll review some of the most frequently asked questions we've received from previous webinars. After reviewing these FAQs, we'll point you to some helpful resources, and then we'll spend the rest of our time taking any additional questions you may have. We're excited to kick off 2020 by sharing details on our BIS project, a system upgrade that is part of our Business Process Reengineering initiative. This new system will replace the current legacy paper-based systems with a single web-based platform. It will offer new features and benefits which will continue to build upon our goal of making a difference with technology. The BIS project follows our other successful technology initiatives, such as virtual hearings and accepting online payments. The goal of the BIS project is to improve your stakeholder experience while increasing overall claims processing efficiency. The new system will streamline both our internal and external processes and offer greatly increased transparency for all stakeholders. For example, many external stakeholders for the first time will have direct web-based access to claim information based on secure user roles. The new claim system will offer exciting elements, including new, intuitive, user-friendly features for interacting with the board. For example, parties of interest may opt in to receive immediate electronic notifications when new information is placed into the case file. Also, the use of paper forms will be replaced with electronic, wizard-based forms, also known as e-forms. E-forms and other methods for collecting and validating data, as opposed to scanned images of forms, will result in vastly improved system responsiveness to stakeholder needs. Let's walk through some of these new features and how they will benefit our stakeholders. For injured workers, the key benefit is ease of use. For the first time, this process is happening entirely online. An easily accessible website allows an injured worker to simply create a login to file a claim. That same worker can log back in later to verify the receipt of documentation, understand the current status of their claim, and check on pending documentation requests. This paperless initiative will allow injured workers to submit their information online, view real-time status, and watch their claim progress. Our goal is to make the process simple, fast, accurate, and effective. Of course, injured workers who prefer to file paper forms with the board may still do so. For attorneys and licensed representatives, the key benefit is the time savings brought by replacing eCase with a new web-based system with greater access and features. Complete access to the case file will continue with the new features, such as the ability to access and download hearing recordings without having to contact the board. While viewing case information, users will have the ability to electronically submit a request for action, or RFA, with real-time data validation and placement into the case file. And other parties to the case may opt in to receive electronic notifications when new information is placed into the case file. For employers, saving time and money are the key benefits. Using the updated system to access real-time claim status, employers can understand where the claim is in the process, what e-forms need to be submitted, and the next step to completing the claim. E-forms are able to be submitted through the system, so you no longer need to complete a paper form, fax it, and wait to see if it was accepted. E-forms will be available online, be submitted in real time, and will be validated to provide immediate feedback if there are errors that need to be corrected, saving time in the process. For healthcare providers, the key benefit is ease of use. Building on the medical portal and CMS 1500 projects, healthcare providers will be able to have expanded access in the new system that will allow them to view case status and medical-related information in the case file. For payers, time and money savings are the key benefits. Transactions will be easier and faster by using our new paperless approach. Processing time will be reduced by having the data available directly in the system, rather than manually referencing copies of paper documents. The related eClaims EDI 3.1 initiative will also contribute to higher data accuracy, leading to more accurate resolutions. Our first two webinars generated a lot of great questions. Let's walk through some of the most frequently asked questions we have received so far. Starting with this one. When will we be able to access the new system? We are targeting for the new system to be available at the end of 2022, but the plan also includes the identification of opportunities for making some system components available sooner where possible. Question 2. Will injured workers automatically be given access to the new system? Injured workers that register to use the new system can take advantage of the new electronic features, including complete access to their case file, and will be able to receive electronic notifications when new information is added. Of course, injured workers who do not wish to use the new system can continue to submit paper forms. Question 3. How can stakeholders participate in testing? This project will involve significant testing, and we're looking for volunteers. If you're interested in participating, please contact us at bpr@wcb.ny.gov. Question 4. Will our computer system be able to talk to your system through an API? Yes, an application programming interface, or API, will be available to communicate electronically between your computer system and the board. Let's briefly talk about the concept of using computer APIs for the submission of high-volume e-forms. This will be especially valuable for payers. An API is an application programming interface that allows organizations to communicate electronically from one computer system to another. APIs include real-time data validation, confirming acceptance or rejection of a transaction. Today, many payers have systems that automatically generate board forms based on their claim workflow procedures and computer systems. The board is developing an API that payers will use instead of generating board forms. This will require software changes to payer computer systems, but will allow payers to introduce significant efficiencies within their own workflows, never before available due to old paper-based processes. Question 5. Will medical providers be able to verify that their forms are on file with the board? Yes. All parties of interest will have access to a dashboard to view submission status and review notifications. Additional information about the dashboard will be available in the future. Question 6. As an attorney, I have multiple cases with the board. How will I be kept aware of updates? As I mentioned on the previous slide, all users will have access to a dashboard that will provide notifications for all cases where you are a party of interest, or POI. In addition, POIs will be able to opt in to receive notifications via email and/or text. Question 7, will submission of an e-form be instant? Yes, it is instant. The new system will process an e-form submission immediately and includes complete e-form data validation and the return of errors back to the user. Question 8, will there be any cost for stakeholders to use the new system? No, there is no cost to stakeholders. The solution and e-forms will be browser-based and available for use by all parties of interest. Question 9, if a payer filed an RFA through the e-form wizard, who notifies the claimant and the attorney, and how? Parties of interest will be notified through postings to their dashboard and will also be able to opt in to receive system-generated emails or texts. Question 10, where can I get more information about the BIS project? You can visit the project website at wcb.ny.gov/BIS to stay up to date on project news. You can also sign up to receive project-related news straight to your inbox. This is how we'll be communicating future webinars and other engagement opportunities throughout the course of the project. Visit the BIS project website on your screen and click the Get Involved and Stay Informed section to sign up. Questions, comments, and feedback can be emailed to bpr@wcb.ny.gov. Just note that when the official name of the new system is released, we'll be creating a new email box, but the BPR address can be used for now. You can also follow the board on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. A recording of this webinar is going to be placed on our YouTube and BIS website, as well as FAQs spawned from questions being asked during this webinar series. So keep an eye out for these resources, as well as a follow-up email and survey.